So, hi guys. That's going to be a very quick and dirty stream. Um, it was not scheduled actually, but some people just asked me about the future trading strategy that I'm using, so that's what I'm going to show you. Um, Let us go further. So, hopefully everyone can see that. Just drop me a line if you can see that and if you can hear me, but I think that shouldn't be any problem. Oh, what's going on here now? No. So can you guys see the stream? If someone can see my stream and hear me, please drop me a line. It's working here. Okay, very good. Then let us begin. First of all, as predicted, we dumped after we followed the line, the actually below the line as we did in the past few weeks. And as predicted as well, we should reach some a range at 34K. Well, it was 33.5, so it's absolutely nice. We will actually, after I think, we will go a little bit up. That's usual, but we will fall afterwards again. I'm expecting that we will, yeah, just form something as sideway run right here because it's exactly the same stage, just on a lower level, and afterwards we will actually dump even more. So let us go over to my strategy. I'm using Binance to place my futures. So what happened? Actually, as many of you just know, I'm not placing a lot of money working with futures. So my philosophy here is with less money make big gains. So my strategy is actually first of all to optimize my gain, and the second one to optimize my risk management. How can I do that? When I start my short, I always start with only at maximum 20% of my whole budget. Okay, I was starting with $300. Now we have $541, so actually $230 that we did in this dump. And I closed my short and placed another one with 20%. Why? Because usually Bitcoin is very volatile, and it happens, as we can see here in the candle, it's going to fall back up. And I'm working with a leverage 25. That's not huge, but that's enough to make big gains. Okay, even if you're working with a lower leverage, and if you are an unexperienced trader, you should work with a lower leverage of 10, if possible between 5 and 10. That's a good mix, I would say, a good midway. So I'm placing my short future contract with 20% of my budget. The next step is to take a look, where are my supports? So where do I think we will start to struggle a little bit? That was exactly the same that I did here. I opened my short position before, but I did know that we will start to challenging a little bit because the supports here were very strong. So I just placed some stop limits, okay, um, where I said as soon as we are crossing 35K and we are below, just add 30% of my budget. What's the idea behind? That's the liquidation price. As Bitcoin is very volatile, and if goes back up again, I have to be safe. That means my liquidation price has to be above of a possible fall back up of Bitcoin. So I'm trying to be as safe as possible. 43K is a lot. I mean, I don't need to have a liquidation price of 43 because from 34 we are not going to pump now 9K up, right? But well, nevertheless, it's my rule, 20% in the beginning, and then I'm making like stairs. I'm taking a look. We have a support right here. We have another support right there. And the last support is this here before actually Bitcoin will dump very strong, very hard. Okay? So in that case, here I placed a stop limit with another 20%. So we have 20% already placed. As soon as BTC cross this here, another 20% of my budget will be included to my contract. It will struggle here, it will challenge a little bit here between both, okay, between the resistance and the support then. And as soon as it crosses this support as well, it will another activate 20% of my budget. Then we will start to challenging here a little bit. It will go up, then again down, and then we will dump even harder. That's actually the last step before we reach the 30K. I think the 30K will be the next station where we will form such a sideway run, and later on, maybe this weekend, we will then go even beyond, maybe 28K or something. The new bottom could be 20K, but the 20K I would say is reserved for the 25th of this month, because Binance future liquidations will be held 25th of this month and not the 11th. Okay, so for me the 25th is a very, very interesting day. That's another Friday. We have actually every Friday now a liquidation day, so the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th is where the big the big futures and options at Binance will be liquidated because they expired. And so for me, it's absolutely obvious that that's just the beginning of the June dump as predicted. We are actually oversold, so they will try to prevent that, but as you can see, they can't prevent that anymore. So they try to go up, but the sell pressure is bigger. We have a lot of long futures right there, and this is part of the long liquidation. We can take a look. Actually, how many longs we liquidated yet, but that's mainly what I'm doing. Okay, so for you guys, just take a look to the next supports and resistance. Okay, your support is every time where in the history of the chart Bitcoin just bounced, for example, or did a break. Okay, that's a resistance or a support. Your support is every time in the bottom, and your resistance is in the top. So you have to recognize, you have to detect both. You have to detect your support and your resistance. I call that stages, okay, like a stair, because we have here, for example, a stage between one resistance and one support. This support is going to flip to a resistance later on. So as soon as we cross that, that's going to be my resistance, that's going to be my support. So, and as soon as it crosses one support and it stays below, it's when it's automatically activate more of my funds. And that's going, that has one consequence. Every time when you are adding then some money, your liquidation price will be adjusted. That means it will decrease. If we have now a liquidation price of 43K, that means Bitcoin now has to go up to 43K so that I'm getting liquidated. That's not possible. Okay? That's fictive. That's not going to happen. So in that case, as soon I mean I can show that now, but because I have 43K liquidation, that's really a lot. I would take now market and just place another 10% of short now. Okay, that's actually $50. So from we just imagine the big differentiation. Now we have a liquidation price of 39.8. So as soon as Bitcoin goes up to 39.8, it would liquidate my contract and I would lose all my money. Even then, I mean, that's almost $6,000 up. That's not going to happen. So, but that's actually the whole strategy, okay? You need to create some stages. You have to detect the supports and your resistance. As soon as you have your support, for example, if you have a support at 33K, then place your stop limit at 32,950, for example, just $50 below, okay, or $100 below. It depends also how dynamic the dump is, but as you can see now, we just have lose a little bit of this pace of the energy of the dump. So that was expected by me because of the Volkov schematic. And so everything is fine. I know the trend is much more dump than pump. Okay? So in any case, that's something you have to have in mind every time when you are playing with futures. For me, this strategy is the best one because I'm not getting liquidated actually. Okay, even if, for example, we are getting some external events, some media news that could create a little hype and they will pump Bitcoin back to 36, for example, I can stay there. I make a break. I don't care. Okay? It will fall because that's the trend. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen that Bitcoin is going to cross all resistance up again. So in that case, we will maintain. Now I'm just waiting because right now we are in in a support, and that's why it's struggling here. But as soon as it crossed this one, um, where I actually started again, so as soon as I cross this one, it will add more money. Okay, and so yeah, I mean, I will go to sleep now because I have to work tomorrow. I have some meetings, but nevertheless, it's for me, I can go sleep and I don't care what's going to happen because I'm absolutely safe with that, and automatically it's adding the funds when it's necessary. So even having now 39 or almost 40K liquidation price, as soon as it adds another 20%, it will mean maybe 37K or 37.5, for example, and that's even enough to yeah, have a good night without any stress. So if you have now some questions to that, in the meantime, I take a look what's going to happen with or what happened with the long liquidations. Then send me your questions, please, before I go off again. So we had 460 million long liquidations yet. And yeah, that means we just liquidated in 2 hours 460 million. Ah, that's not bad. But that's not enough. We have a lot much more longs there. So when I got the message that on Bitfinex we are actually getting more shorts, it was very nice because we need these shorts so that we can control this market without I mean, I wouldn't care if we are, for example, now going to oversold. I know that the shorts will break the dynamic and the energy of the dump. So it's absolutely fine for me. Hi 60 Dan, why would you not place your entire position in one trade? Because it's a bigger risk for me. I mean, if I would be now front of the screen all the time, I wouldn't make all in because all in is reducing your liquidity price with a leverage of 25. Maybe you have a range of $600, maybe $800, taking into account the volatility of Bitcoin. That could be a very bad idea. So of course I started to make exactly those kind of things, but I did my lessons because I lost some money with that. And then I started to think and what kind of strategy can I make so that I can increase my gains, making 100, 200, 300%. I mean, when we had the dump phase a few weeks ago, I did almost 1000% with one short future, making exactly that here. And that's reducing my the risk of getting liquidated to 100%. So for me, that's actually the best way. Thanks, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Actually, again, thank you for watching, man. So hopefully that's just clear for you, 60 Dan, why I'm using this strategy, why I'm not going all in. First of all, because I'm going to spend my night, and I want a quiet night without any stress. I mean, that's not a lot of money, but I really hate to lose or just to have some loss. So I'm trying to prevent that, and that's why I have this strategy. And yeah, I mean, I can do now whatever I want. I wouldn't care because I know when I'm back, my contract is still there. Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Um, Thank you, Geoffrey Fisher. I appreciate that a lot. Um, okay, Sanke. If you have any questions, guys, just let me know. Um, Yeah, well, Geoffrey, I can give you the values of my support and resistance, but it's, I mean, really, guys, you need to exercise a little bit. You need to check that. I mean, I gave you mine. That's not a problem, but that's good to you or for you to start to check some of the charts and just to analyze a little bit because you will do that. Even sometimes people are asking me when should I close my future contract. That's up to you. Okay. So for me, for example, was 34K was my first phase of my future of my short future contract because I did know that we are going to make a break here. So I close it. I got my money. And now with this money, so my actually my budget just increased by 70% now. I have much more money now to put that to use that money. So as soon as we are dumping to 30K, for example, I can tell you that with this money, what I'm doing right now, I make some grants. Okay, and again with almost zero risk. And that's the best part of the whole thing, actually, for me. So yeah, I think I mean it's obvious that we are not done here, and we will fall even just more. But I'm not thinking that we are going to dump hard now. We will maintain a range like Wyckoff predicted here. So it's not accurate, okay? That's actually maybe a little bit more up, but the range should be between 33.5, and that was actually where Bitcoin bounced. So for me, I'm expecting that we are going to land here tonight, and we should maintain this range here. Okay, maybe we fall a little bit more here, and then we will go up again and start to create something a sideway run. And yeah, in the next days we will actually dump even more. So nobody should care about if Paraguay, Argentina, Brazil, or whatever has laser eyes now, because that's the problem right now. Um, it doesn't matter if we call that manipulation or not, really not. It doesn't care because what's happening here is what I'm trying to explain you several weeks now. That's a common language. That's a language. Wyckoff just got this language and illustrated this language in charts and in explanations about um, volume profiles and so on and so forth. But actually, the whales they speak this language. All of them know this language, and that's what's happening. So it doesn't matter if they are going to bring some positive news tomorrow. It will, as I'm always say, they will delay what's going to happen, but they cannot prevent what's going to happen. Okay, and that's the key. Um, how far do you see bounce going up from the support in the downtrend, like say bounce from, particularly since it's strong support? I don't think it wicks over 30K even then, thought. Sanket, no, absolutely, I agree. Even if we are bouncing at 30, for example, I mean that's actually the 30, right? It's not going to go up to 36. I mean, Bitcoin will struggle here as well with 31.2, and even if it crossed 31.2 with a lot of coins behind to pump it, it will maybe go up to 31.7, 31.8, but that's it. It's not going to go up more because then it's much more, it's difficult to bring the price that whales or whoever it is, a group, whatever, doesn't matter, um, just need and want. That's a game, okay? It's a psycho game, one part, and the second part. The psycho game means give them enough hope so that they play some long, so they try to increase the buy pressure so they can sell to a good price. But on the other side, they will wait so that the trading volume is decreasing again, like it did. And that's what I'm predicting every time. As soon as the volume is going down, and a lot of people say that's a sign that they are going to pump. I don't know why people are saying that. Because as soon as you have a low trading volume, that means you can pump it very easy, but you can dump it at the same way very easy. It doesn't matter. But at the moment, everything is looking very bearish and not bullish. So why should I think then that as soon as we have a very low trading volume, we are going to pump? For me, nonsense. But that's fine. I mean, that's my opinion. It's my analysis. Every trader has his own analysis and view to see all things. So that's absolutely fine for me. But that's why I'm expecting and predicting some moves since the last weeks. And it's actually what's happening here is very interesting because we are reaching now oversold. And that's the first time since, yeah, May 19th. Okay? And that's also something I have predicted. As soon as we reach oversold on RSI, because they try to prevent that all the time, oversold and overbought. Because oversold and overbought is something where many traders know, okay, I'm dropping my assets now. It's over. And that's what right now is happening, and I will see if we are dumping even more, then this night could be very stormy. But I don't think so. I think Wyckoff is very accurate and we should maintain this level here. But yes, Anka 36K, no way. Geoffrey, of course, I cannot see the figures. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. I tell you, okay, I have actually one support at 33,250. Okay, but my so actually that's in a stop limit. You have a stop price and the price. So the stop price and the price are different. That's a gap. My stop price is 33,280 and my price is 33,250. So just a difference of 30 bucks. And that's what I'm doing here as well. That's the second support. That's then a stop price of 32,750 and a buy price, or just in that case, yeah, well, it's a buy price of 32,730. In that case, just a gap of 20 bucks. And the last one is then, and that's really the last one for me, because I know exactly as soon as we leave this area here, it's end. That's game over. It will dump just even more to the 30s. And even if we go up to the 31, 7, it doesn't matter for me anymore because I'm in plus. It's positive. We will maintain this range before we go next weekend, next Friday as minimum, and next Friday we will dump even more, hitting the 20s. So actually that's my last support then. That's my stop price of 31,850 and a price of 31.80. Here I have again a gap of 50 bucks because I think as soon as we reach and cross this support, the pace and the energy of the dump will increase again. We will have much more trading volume then, much more future liquidations will be gathered, so long liquidations will start, and yeah, that's going to push even more the dump to the 30s. So that's actually my strategy. Cape Seal, bingos here with love. Absolutely. Thank you very much for this beautiful and awesome project. I will invest my money there. I really appreciate this work and bingos. That's yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Really. I love animals. Wall jumper, hi. Cape Seal, hey hey Wooly. Oh, okay, you know each other. 60 Dan, do you also add margins to your position? Well, I mean, yes, of course. That's the thing. I mean, the money is right there. That's my whole margin. You know, I mean, if you see my margin balance, I have here $550 and 424 are in my contract wallet. So that's why I have actually a liquidation price of almost 40K. So the whole money is in the contract. I'm not activating it. That's maybe a Binance thing. I don't know really how it works with FTX, for example. But as I'm using for futures, I'm just using Binance. Woolly Jumper came over from the Bingos Telegram. What are your thoughts on BNB? Very interested in this. You, yeah, well, I mean, um, I have a lot of BNBs, um, but yeah, I have some concerns because I'm not sure if Binance. I mean, that's my opinion right now. I'm not sure if Binance it's really doing a good job right now because they are offering on lendings and stakings very high percentage. And just 2 days ago, it was very nice. I will just retweet this tweet again, just to bring that up, and you can read that. Um, this guy just analyzed the situation at Binance. The thing is that the money reserve that Binance has in case that Bitcoin is dumping hard. So everything below 30K is going to be a big challenge for Binance. And they have $300 million just for such a worst case reserved. So the problem is if we keep dumping below 30K, um, the how can I explain that? The stability of the Binance concept of their, I would say, such ecosystem where they have to pay the high percentage for their staking and lending products. This 300 million will just be peanuts. So the second thing they need to do now then maybe is to pay with BNB, to pay all these customers this gap, this money with BNB. And that could be a very big problem for Binance. Why I'm struggling what to do with my BNB. So we are actually on 34K. So I'm relaxed right now, but I have to observe much more the situation at Binance at the moment. Because I was very happy when I heard that Binance is going to cut the supply of BNB. And but if they get this challenge, I can imagine that they will change their policy about that. We need to see. But that's actually, if you are asking me that straight, I just want to give you my opinion about that. So I'm struggling a little bit. I think it could be a big challenge for BNB if Bitcoin is falling below the 30K. Also, a very interesting thing, and I'm not, I, I got this tweet and I know I retweeted it, but I don't find that anymore. When we had these dumps here, I got a tweet, and as mentioned, I retweeted it. And someone told me, or someone just mentioned that they placed 400 million a buy limit here for Bitcoin, such a wall. And I remember that they illustrated that with a screenshot of trading light from a trading light chart. And today happened something that was a transaction from Binance to Bitfinex about 11,000 Bitcoins. Also here, that's just my opinion, but I think this wall was absolutely necessary because one exchange just needed a little bit more time to clarify what could happen in case of worst case. But these 11,000 Bitcoins are gone now, so we don't have this wall anymore. And look, what a coincidence, we are dumping again. So yeah, that's everything I can tell you about BNB and Binance at the moment. But as said, that's just my opinion, right? Okay, guys. So there's a legit concern about Binance that it stops working extreme dumps and any other. Yes, that's something I can tell you. That's absolutely right. Also my opinion, but also my experience. That's happening frequently at Binance. As soon as we have hard dumps, every server of Binance, because they say they get a lot of traffic, is possible. I don't know, really. I don't know. But it's always the same. So I'm very I tried to send some tweets hitting CZ and Binance. They should invest much more uh, work time in just fix all these server problems that they have, it seems, instead of making some pictures of um, Binance cars or something else where I say that's marketing, okay, that's part of the game, but hey guys, you have other things you have to fix for before, and that's the server problem, for example. So it's not the first time that Binance is not available. Even the Binance Smart chain is not available anymore to make any transactions. or any operations anymore. That's something, it happens to me in several times. So yeah. So in that case, yes, it happens when we have extreme dumps. Um, and how to protect? As told you, I don't need to protect them because my strategy are protecting my contract from getting liquidated because of the high liquidation price. But of course, you can make a take profit limitation, and so as soon as you reach the 30K, you have your money. That's possible. I don't need that. I will let this just active the whole night now, and we will see what happens tomorrow. I mean, if we go a little bit more up, but I I really, I don't think we will go up again. I don't think that APEC will spend some money here because they see what's happening. And the entry price is okay for Bitcoin, 34K, absolutely. But I mean, every person that can read this chart knows, yeah, it's cheap. But why should I miss to buy a Bitcoin for 25 or 23K? Why should I spend now 34? That's my opinion and my point of view. Okay. So yeah. Okay, guys. Now I really have to go to bed. Otherwise, I will hate myself tomorrow. So yeah, if you have some questions, I will use my cell phone in my bed. So if I read that, I can reply. Otherwise, that's not going to be the last dump. And if you have some questions, I will reply as soon as possible. Otherwise, as I always say, don't let you guide by fear. That's absolutely key. Have patience. Don't let you guide by fear. And always, guys, always have a plan and stick to it. Okay? That means detect support, resistance, and for yourself, just detect a very nice exit price. Okay, your exit strategy. If you say 30K it's enough, then put just a take profit limit at 31 or 30, 500 for example. And that's it. Okay? So, yeah, I wouldn't say good luck. That's not luck. That's just to be smart and to work together, right? So, yeah, stay safe, guys, and see you tomorrow then. Tomorrow it's actually Tuesday, so I'm streaming anyway. So, stay safe and see you tomorrow, guys. I appreciate that you, yeah, just watch my stream. So, bye bye und ja, ciao, Geoffrey. Wir sehen uns dann morgen. Bye bye, guys.